I'm Sheila Singam, founder of Human Equation, a company that helps people and organizations develop their potential. Now, when the lockdown began, many introverts out there must have heaved a sigh of relief and said, "We've been practicing for this all our lives." The extroverts, on the other hand, probably tore at their hair and went, oh my god, what am I going to do? I can't be locked at home for 1 month. So as you can imagine, extroverts and introverts would function pretty differently when they're locked down at home. Today I'm going to offer some tips to both groups of people and how you can remain sane and enjoy this lockdown experience. Did I say enjoy? You must be asking me, Sheila, are you mad? How can anyone enjoy being locked down at home? And here's the thing, it's all about reframing and finding the opportunity in every situation. So for the extroverts, I've got some tips on how you can remain sane, and for the introverts, how you can make the best of this quality time that you have on your own. So let's talk about the extroverts first. Now, what are extroverts? You actually know them as the outgoing people. Why? Because they really need to go out of themselves to recharge and re-energize. They get their energy from going out, meeting with people, partying, socializing, talking to people. They're the ones who organize lunches and activities and so on. You need to opt for video calls when you're connecting with people. This way you get to see other people face to face. You get to see facial expressions and body language and interact. I know it's not the same as having them in person right in front of you, but it's the next best thing. Make sure that you call at least 2 or 3 people by video call on a daily basis so that you're interacting more like the way you usually do rather than through voice calls. The second way that extroverts can keep themselves buoyant and energized is to organize online parties. It's becoming quite the thing now, you know, for people to organize after-hour parties through Zoom and Skype and other platforms. So tell your friends, you know, if you want to have a teh tarik party, we can't go to the mama, but you can always tarik your own tea at home and enjoy it as if you're actually out there having a gathering. The third tip for extroverts is to engage in some sort of daily activity that will keep your energy levels high. If you live in a home with a garden, then take up gardening. And the next thing you could do is take up dancing. There are tons of videos on YouTube where you can also get some exercise. Here's another thought. You could do a Marie Kondo and reorganize your house. Extroverts also need feedback. So make videos of yourself cooking, dancing, make it interesting, make it lively, because that's the sort of person you are. And upload them on social media, and I'm sure you'll enjoy all the feedback that you're going to be getting. I know as an extrovert, you like going out, don't you? So volunteer to do the grocery run for the family if you're living with others. But of course, be sure to take all the safety precautions, only go out when necessary. And the final tip for you extroverts out there, watch funny movies, watch funny videos. Listening to the sound of your own laughter can also energize you, believe it or not. So what about the introverts that are locked down at home? The introverts are the people who look inwards. They need to have time by themselves to explore ideas, read books, self-reflect, and do all those things within the confines of home in a calming atmosphere that makes them feel calm. I know many of you are finding this a time of restoration, a time of refreshing, being at home and being able to spend that time with yourself, doing some of the things that you like. You will need to lock into your day some sort of activities that will have a calming effect on your spirit. If your work requires you to talk to others, that's fine. If it doesn't, just make it a point to call one person a day, at least to hear another human voice. Because if you get too introspective, it can also lead to a dampening of your spirits overall. Another thing introverts can do is to meditate. If you already know how to do that, then that's great. But if you don't, then there are lots of online guides on how to do some meditation with some candles and aromatherapy and some nice meditation music which you can listen to online. Since introverts get a lot of energy from dealing with ideas and pictures and thoughts and memories that go on inside of their minds, it's a good time to increase your mindfulness by starting a daily diary. Write down the time, the emotion or thought that's going through your head, and probably what could be a possible trigger. This is one way for you to become more conversant with yourself and the things that trigger your moods and your feelings. So those are some tips for both extroverts and introverts on how you handle yourselves during this time and how you make the most of it to stay energized if you're an extrovert and to stay energized if you're an introvert as well. This is Sheila Singam. Stay safe, stay home.